Hello guys, it's me Arya from Passion Community, and I wanted to present you guys a new type of video that's going to be in the channel, which is the craft tutorial, which will be in the Passion Community channel, since I don't know if the duration will be 50 minutes or not. But anyways, since this video needs a thumbnail, it will Passion Community anyway. But I wanted to present you a project that I had in mind for a while, and it's involving two of these canvas. And why I put this snowflake fabric, I think it says, like it is, and it's to protect the table because it's even though it's a little bit old, I don't want it to have stains, so paint stains more. And so this is the over here is the box of paint that it used to be a bracelet box, but I actually used it as a paint box. Works. And those are gloves that I'm going to use because I'm going to move this canvas a lot because it's a canvas mural, and I need to move it a lot so that we can create the other one too at the same time. So in this video, I'm just going to show some shots about how to do a little bit of things, but I'm not gonna show the whole process because it's gonna take a lot of time, and my phone could die if I record all of this. So yep. So all of that said, let's get into the process of painting this black because yep. So these are going to be the colors that I'm gonna use for the background. It's mostly gonna be some black next to pink, purple, and blues, but it's more going to be separate colors that I'm going to mix them together while doing it. I have this paint brush to eventually gonna paint like this, so it speeds up the process. So I just wanted to show the colors in this shot. But in the next shot you will see most of the done because I will need to show you how I'm doing the move without doing the whole process, because just like I said, my phone could die if I record all the process. In this very short shot, I wanted to show the amount of paint I'm gonna use, because since it's two canvas I need a lot of paint, so that's why it's like that. Let's get to the next shot. Okay, so now we have a part of the thing down. The next shot I'm going to make the other one here, but if you want to know how I did this thing, I actually paint all the thing kind of a black color, like the black over here, and then with the blue, pink, and purple paint, I actually kind of mixed it up together while it was on the board, and I added like the blue, the pink, the purple, and the black several times like that until I got to the point where I liked how it is. And also a pretty cool trick that I just learned by myself is to use water to actually mix up some of the colors that I actually roughed up all together to kind of form this kind of space-like texture. Because the mural that I want to do is a space. We have a tree on the center, a black tree, and I want this to be more pale, to be brighter. I have the aquarelle paint. With aquarels, I'm going to mix them with water. I want to scatter together, making it transparent, kind of like in the infinite painter. Now that this is done, it's gonna dry on the table that's here. I'm going to transition this board into here, and then I'm going to make the same effect. If the two don't have the same effects at the end like this, it doesn't matter, because the really important is the aquarelle, and it's what will make it look beautiful. And if two and then a short clip to say that it's now transitioned. Now I'm going to start the board. Okay, so now I did the black coat, we could say, on the board. Just to say that it wasn't the full process that I did with this one. This one, there were some white parts on the board, and I actually decided to move into the color. But yeah, as you can see, it kind of does like a white effect. But this being all black means that with the colors, it will be more black full like effect. And just like I said, if the two murals, if the two boards are different from the colors a little bit, that doesn't matter, because the real part will be the acrylic and a little bit of acrylic paint, because I'm mixing both into the project. Okay, so this is a part of the process, and now I'm going to show you how I'm actually doing the technique. So I'm going to put a bit of all of the colors here. Then I'm actually doing it fast, just like that, exactly just like that. And if it looks a little bit rushed, don't worry, the water will be a major part of this technique too. The water will kind of make it look a little bit transparent through the black, and you kind of see a little bit of color, just like the overboard. I said board, but it's canvas, but who cares? Who cares? I'm actually pinning this on canvas, but I said board for some reason. So this is what I'm doing, and it's really just a little bit of paint like that. And if it's a little bit too bright, don't worry about it. The water will be the part of this. And if it's a little bit too bright, you can also add more black into it. The power of paint is that you can actually do a lot of layers, and you can touch it easier. Even though you don't actually erase, you can actually cover it with paint, and it's really just as simple as that. And the greatest thing about this space stuff is that there's no any rules to it. You just do what you want to actually make it look a little bit just like space. And just like that, it looks a little bit more just like space already, even though it's really not dark, but that doesn't matter. At the camera it seems more lighter, but it's actually darker to my perspective. Okay, so now this board is now finished. I know it's kind of a drastic change. Actually adding another black. Kind of looks like the other now, but a bit more different. Just like I said, it's not really important if the two are different a little bit from the way that the colors are brushed. The really good important, the number one important thing in this will be the acrylic part. And yeah, and now this looks really bad. Look at this, it's dirty. But anyway, this is gonna be it for the part of this. And now we're going to switch again the two, so that I'm going to move on with these. I actually found these in this, and I'm like, instead of actually adding a curl, I can actually add this kind of liquid paint. Don't know if it's gonna do anything magically to it, but I hope it would do, because if I add this into it and it looks really good, then I'm gonna add it. So in the next clip, I'm going to add this glossy kind of paint and let on this board, and then we're gonna see how it will look at the end. So, and I'm just like on this board, I'm not gonna show the process, but on this board, I'm gonna show the process of this gloss paint if this works on this. So, see you in the next clip. Look at this, guys. I didn't even add, like, just by adding that gloss paint, look how it looks. It looks incredible. Looks technically like space. It looks really, 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 really cool. And imagine if I added the aquarelle, how cool it would look. And just by glass paint, it looks like aquarelle, which I love. Wait, I'm not gonna read. And just by using these, like this one and this one, and it does that effect, really cool. Over here, what I technically did is that I mixed this one with this one, and it looks like this, and it really looks cool. I'm gonna keep those two paint for the other board, but look how this looks. It really looks awesome. I'm gonna try this, and I'm gonna try on the other board the same technique because I really like the technique. Really, really cool. So the next clip. Okay, so I'm actually finished with the acrylic part, and the proof is this. There's no longer dirt on this, a little bit, but new order. The gloves are not drying because I actually cleaned a little bit the thing with my gloves. This is actually the other board. The paint brushes and the thing with the aquarelles inside this basket. So to the next clip you will see a little bit of process. Okay, so now I actually completed this board and this one too. As you can see, they're very different from the ways that I actually did the thing. Just like I said, the very important part is the aquarelle part because it will eventually you get like a sort of space. At first I wanted to actually put them together like one by side. Like, here we go, just like I promised you guys. I'm gonna show you what I want to do with this. So I have two plans in mind. The first one that I had in mind was to do something like this or like this, would depend. But I see that there's too much difference. But the advantage of doing it like that is that there's going to be two trees, one upside up and one upside down. So it's gonna hide most of the difference between the two, which is gonna be awesome. Which I'm not against this idea, so I think it will be like this for the finale. Yeah. Okay, so this is now here, shining, and this is now over here. Now the table is black. Oh shit. I actually see some stains that I don't actually see when I'm not recording, so I'll have to clean the table too. But yeah. So the next part, I'm going to make the base and the tree. So let's get to there. Okay, so I did the first part of the tree part. This is the base. As you can see, I marked them so that I could not confuse some bases together and do a mistake. And it's the same for there. 1, 1, 2, 2, branch number 2, branch number 1. So as you can see, we're not the same base and tree for both. And the reason is, like I said, it's not really important if they're the same. Because what I want to do with this mural is they could be adjustable to my liking. Like if I don't want the mural to work anymore, then I just can just separate the two in for like two of the same projects. They're technically not the same, but they look similar. We're going to quote it that way. But this is what I did. And now I'm going to make the little branches, and I'm going to put them in a plastic bag because by right now, as you can see, I can't really glue them on there because One of them is drying. But I could do the first to be here, but I really want to make sure that it's drying, that it's dry. I want to 100% before I glue it. It could be on the evening that I'm going to glue this. But next up, I need to make the branches with the extra pieces of this. So let's get into it. So this is the first look of how it would look with the tree. It really looks awesome. This is done by cardboard, so it's not the same as the paint, but it really looks awesome. And it just needs to have some leaves, but this is going to be the end detail to actually put. And this is what I wanted to show. Sorry for the hand, but this is what I wanted. And this will look even more awesome with the leaves around. So all that said, let's get into the second tree to actually put on this thing. The second tree and the second board. And let's get to making the leaves for the two trees. Alright, guess what? We're freaking finally done with this project. But now I'm going to explain how I did these leaves. Those leaves are done with paper craft, the same as the base. But the black that is actually here is actually kind of thick paper craft, but this is thin paper craft, and as you can see, those are little triangles cutted, and when I put them like that, and it looks like big leaf, big leaves at the end when you actually come close. It looks like big leaves. Yeah, also at the end I didn't expect this, but I actually added the butterfly to kind of added something to it. I actually like how it is. I kind of thinking of adding something, but that is my maximalist overthinking. But this is looking cool as it is. I'm not gonna add anything more. It looks great. And as you can see, these two are completely different from the trees, and it's intentional because when I'm gonna put it as a mural, it's important that we see that the two pictures, those two boards, are actually different. I know that the role of a mural is that the two are looking almost the same, but for me, making a mural doesn't mean it has to be the same. It has to have similar parts, but not exactly the same. And this is a mural for me. And anyway, this thing is gonna be upside down. Let me just, you can see, this is gonna be upside down, and this is gonna be upside down. If you do that, if you put it in that view, actually looks great. When you put it like that, it also looks cool. So I'm thinking of it, but I'm not gonna show how it's gonna be pinned up here because it's supposed to be on that wall to hide this Halloween thing. It's supposed to hide that. I'm not gonna show it in the video, but in the Passion community post, I'm going to show how it is on the wall. Also, a little thing here. And so after doing this, while doing this project, I had an idea of another project. Now the painting project, but more of a drawing kind of wall project. Not drawing all the wall, but doing something that will look cool on the wall. And it's something I'm going to do on papercraft again, but it's not going to be like the leaves, doing cuttings and putting on something. No, what I was thinking after doing this project, I'm gonna do the tutorial of it in another video because it's not gonna be part of this project. But I want to do like a paper pattern or something, because in school at this moment we have a art project that it's a letter and cardboard. I actually did a model of the letter and it's rocks. While doing this project, this mural project, I thought of doing a paper rock pattern, like a rock pattern, to actually put around this mural. And it's gonna be a separate project because this as well I can actually, I could do a wax pattern. It's gonna be around the mural, or it's gonna be a completely separate project. But I want to do a rock pattern project. It's going to be drawing mixed to craft. And I'm gonna think if it's gonna be around the mural or not. But I'm thinking more of doing around these two boards while it's gonna be on the wall. So, and obviously I'm not gonna do that in the evening because we're at 9:15 o'clock at this moment of the evening, and in my time zone, and I don't have the energy. To do another project, but I don't have the energy to think of what I'm going to do. So I know this outro is really long, but I really want to explain some things that are going to happen after this video, because this one is actually gonna be my first craft tutorial video of all time, so it's something really new, and I really want to add details in the first one so that you guys can know that it's the first one. Even the second one, I'll know how to make more the edits, how to add more and add less details. But definitely on the next paint project, I'm going to show you how to make the stars effect, things like that, because definitely the next paint project will not be on this canvas, because I have smaller canvas, and I could show you how to do these on smaller canvas because I have a stand for the phone that's actually small, and when the canvas are smaller, it's actually more efficient for me. So that's why I have to really show the process but not showing how, because those two are too big. Those canvases are too big to actually record how to do it in a small stand. But I wish to have a big stand. But we're doing what we're gonna do, what we have. We're gonna do things with what we have. Just like this project: paint, paper craft. It is two big canvas that were landing on the corner of this wall for too long, and I decided to finally do something about these two. And to officially set of where this project ends, April, Saturday, 5th, 2025. Here. It ends here. And I'm definitely gonna post this project on Pinterest, so subscribe to my Pinterest account so that you can see the picture of this as well, but also of other projects too. I have other projects on Pinterest, so you can subscribe. Also, there's definitely gonna be another craft tutorial. I'm really like to do these. It's really like, it's not something that you really plan. It's when you plan the idea, even you want to record it, it's here. So to finally end this video, because it's going to be too long, subscribe to Passion Community for more content, and especially for this new content. If you like it, smash the like button so that I know that you like this new kind of making content. I never actually recorded inside of here before. Something new. And then you see actually see a little bit of my toes. Oh yeah, comment down below about what you think of this first craft tutorial video. It's very first big. And share this video with anyone you want them to know about my first craft tutorial episode. And don't worry if it's not perfect, this one. I'm actually gonna learn how to do more of these craft tutorials in the future, and it's gonna be an evolution in that too. It's the first time in the moral of this episode, this video is also the first time. It's not perfect, but it's actually a good start for opportunities to do something else with what you do normally. So it's the first time in everything, and this project is also a first time because I haven't done something like this before. So everything is just first time in this video, but I really like it. I'm someone who's very creative, and the creativity kind of got into a downside in the past few days, past few months. But in some reason now it got back, and this is what I did. So little thing here. If you have an idea or something, just do it. Alright? And your project is gonna come out amazing, even though it isn't perfect. So to actually buckle up, because this video is going to be too long for a craft tutorial. So all of that said, just like I said, subscribe to Passion Community, but also in techno topics, because there's going to be little sneak peeks of this project. I'm going to show a little short about this project, but not the full tutorial. So subscribe to techno topics, and also subscribe to Pinterest, my Pinterest account, subscribe to my TikTok account too. I have one there. Comment down below what you think of this video, share this video, smash the like button so I know that you like this type of content. And all of that said, see you all to the next one. Bye guys!